Right, I think we're live. We're live. What's up, everybody? Back with Legend of Dragoon. Gonna go ahead and continue where I left off yesterday. Oops. Come on. Didn't want to leave that movie, did it? Oh, man. I'm gonna change the thumbnail really quick. How that good stuff. Situated. Edit. Thumbnail. Thumbnail. No, it's not made for children. I love how it always resorts to made for children. Like, is there some way to get your channel to default to not do that? Anybody know? There we go. Anybody know? Gonna create a little message to pin, and we'll go ahead and get started. Just a minute here. Thank you. All right, we'll go ahead and get started. I've got the pinned message, got the thumbnail changed. Hey there, Retro. Welcome in. How are you doing tonight, Retro? Can you think of any games, Retro, that you wanted to get a sequel that never got one? This is probably the one game that I wish would get a sequel. A ton of games get, like, remastered and remakes and things like that, and I don't really need it. This would be a game that would just be perfect to redo. Just all right, huh? Yeah. Today was a long day. It just seemed like it was never going to end. Ah, Sekiro. That could be coming. That could still come. That wouldn't surprise me, actually. They like to bounce back and pull some surprise reveals sometime. I feel like a Bloodborne remake or a sequel has to be on its way. There's just too much demand for Bloodborne for them to just leave that as is. But I think they would have to work with Sony exclusively. I don't know if I'm right about that or not, but I think if they were going to do a Bloodborne sequel, that it has to be like a Sony exclusive. Like Sony owns Bloodborne, if I'm not mistaken. Something like that. Do you know if I'm right about that? Yeah, I'm gonna buy. I should have did this before the boss fight. I was too busy. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll do 8. 8's a good number. You know what? I don't have any of those, do I? That's the one thing they did different in this game as opposed to like Final Fantasy. You don't have like standard magic attacks that you can choose from. But there are a lot of items. What? What? Wait a minute. Hold on a minute. Yeah, I was going to say, I did do this. Man. Whew. Okay. I was like, I did not want to have to do that boss fight over again. Yeah, I think I'd have to play the original before there was a sequel. I know there's a lot of snakes. That's the one thing. Isn't that like the big like theme of Sekiro is the snakes. Am I imagining that? It was just complete instinct to find that hidden little area. Just years of playing JRPGs, you just know to look out for stuff like that. My kid would have probably just walked right past that, like, huh? Oh man, I was not paying it. Or no, I think when you miss, it doesn't even give you the opportunity to try to like get the timing. I did not see the box even appear there. I just think they did. Oh shoot. They had such a good idea with the combat on this that it's just a shame that they never followed up. There were just so many good ideas that they could have actually expanded upon. A lot of different companies actually did expand upon this whole idea a little bit. I don't know if you ever played Shadow Hearts, but that's an awesome game. Just like a JRPG, but with a quick time little twist to the combat. Just like this, where your timing kind of determines how much damage you do and the length of your combos. But yeah, of all the games that get remakes, like, why would they remake something like The Last of Us? The whole like idea of The Last of Us getting a remake was just completely ridiculous to me. Like a game that already looks incredible on like one console generation behind, like, that's just a cash grab. You know, that's just a reason to be like, hey, give us more money, guys. Pay full price to play The Last of Us again. Even though you could buy the game for $5 on PS4. Like, buy the remaster. Screw it. I feel like I'm doing pretty good with not swearing. You guys should like this stream. Want me to not swear. You should leave a comment in the chat and tell me to swear if you want me to swear. I hear it's kind of important for partnership, though, to not swear. Not even just for like sponsorships with like other companies, but just to like keep YouTube happy. So I've definitely been putting in an effort to not curse on stream. Not the last stream of this, but my last Metal Gear stream. Oh, it was almost embarrassing. I couldn't get through the level at all, and I just like completely lost my goal with the game. It's like, F this, F that. That's why a game like this is perfect. I can kind of play this game with my eyes closed. I say that, and then I get slimed. Oh, that Gongo will love that. Slimer. Oh, Steve, look, I put a Slimer on the wall, man. There is a Slimer on the wall. Hey, Mrs. Dead Pixel, welcome in. Am I driving you crazy upstairs? That's the only reason she watches. She's like, you know what? I'm just going to hear you while I'm up here doing whatever I'm doing, so I might as well just put you on. And get to watch the game, too. She probably needs to heal Fart over here, right? I wish you could change his name to Fart. Totally missed opportunity. I remember like NES games, you could always put in a name and change your name. And I'd always change it just like from Player 1, I'd change it to Slayer, because I thought that was cool. I wouldn't want anyone to drive me crazy. Did you see Miss Pixel? Retro's here. Oh, she just commented. What are you going to play next, Retro? Is it a secret game? Are we not allowed to spoil your super secret game that you're going to be playing next on stream? If it's a game from 2000, oh, you're still thinking, huh? If it's a game from 2006, it's not a spoiler. Oh, the mouse game is near its end. Aw, teardrop. Such a fun little game, though. Everybody's playing that now. It really caught on. You were a trendsetter, Retro. You got everybody to want it. Oh, I did see Retro's face review. I did look at some other games. Today. I'm going to go back to the game called Masters of Albion here in a little bit. I don't know if you know who Peter Molyneux is. But he made Fable and Black and White. And he's got a new game that I actually looked at earlier last week called Masters of Albion. Whoa. Foreshadowing, guys. You're going to die. This game gives me like Power Ranger vibes, how everybody has like their own identifying color. I actually really like that. I think that'd be great. Can we get Kojima to make a Power Rangers RPG? Anybody else fart was out of breath? Anybody else think that's a good idea? Let's get Kojima to make a Power Rangers RPG. I think that could really work. You know, where you do like almost like the school time life, like Persona during the day, and then you get summoned to the command center or whatever, or get jumped by putties in the alley. I was obsessed with Power Rangers. Anything that had giant fighting robots instantly had my attention. Then obviously I wanted to be the Green Ranger because he had the awesome Fall from Grace story arc. Or maybe not Fall from Grace. He had a redemption story arc. We'll call it a redemption arc. That looks like a big old frog over there that I just can't get. Are there any other badass redemption arcs that you guys can think of? Maybe like Sasuke and Naruto. That's a really cool redemption arc where a character's kind of evil. Vegeta's got a pretty cool redemption arc, huh? You guys think of any other good redemption arcs in anime, video games, or stories? That frog knows your reputation. He's scared. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for coming in. Hope you're all having a good Wednesday night. Ready to watch The Legend of Dragoon on PS1, being played on PS5. I just think it's a game like this that has really awesome mechanics that could be expanded upon a little bit more now that there's better hardware. For what they tried to do in its time, it's just a shame that it got compared to Final Fantasy, because Final Fantasy was an established brand that had just the industry behind it, you know, like everybody was rooting for Final Fantasy, wanting that to be the next one to be a success. And you can't make a franchise come out and then just cancel it off of the first one, especially when it's a success, and not follow up with a sequel. But that's what they did. I don't understand. Like, there was severe interest in this game. It didn't sell poorly for a game, a new franchise. When it came out to sell like 1 million units, that was pretty good on PS1. So you can't even say that this game was just a failure. There's another game that came out a little bit before this called Guardians Crusade, and you're this little knight dude, and it's turn-based like this and everything, but you have this little pink guy. It looks like a dog almost, but it morphs and it can change into almost like a dragon. I'm thinking about playing that. I haven't seen anybody play that on YouTube yet, so I'm thinking that might be a game that I play here soon. Like, that game hasn't even made it onto PSN in any kind of way. Guardians Crusade. If you're in for or interested in a quick, quirky little RPG, I would definitely recommend that. That one flew away under the radio. Legend of Legaia. That was another really cool one. I remember Mrs. Pixel bought that for herself because I wanted it. That's how she was back in the day. She would always buy things for herself because I wanted it. And then she just would never say that she bought it for me. I had the most amazing girlfriend, and now I have the most amazing wife. I'm pretty spoiled. Pretty spoiled. Hit that like button, guys, if you think I'm spoiled. Guardian of the Cave. I don't remember anybody mentioning a freaking Guardian of the Cave now. Guys, are you scared of the Guardian of the Cave? I think I am. Watch, it's just gonna be like a little monkey or something comes running out. Mrs. Pixel with the thumbs up. Surprised she didn't give me a raise. Oh, it's a centipede. It looks like a giant centipede, doesn't it? Sephiroth impaled like one of those very easily, so I'm not impressed by Fart here if he takes it out. Just saying. Harpoon that whale! I can't like the streamer I want, so you get thumbs up. Oh, you can only like the stream once. There you go. You can always throw a W in the chat. That seems to work too. W stream, Steve. W stream. Alright, Fart, you're up. Oops. He probably didn't need that. Man, that was amateur. I don't think he was the one that needed healing, and I just healed him anyway.
Double slash.
During this era of JRPGs, they really experimented with the battle systems. Like, they got cinematics down. They knew that all they had to do was reward you with a really cool cutscene for beating a boss or doing whatever. And they really pulled the experimentation out with this addition system. The way you've got to time your attacks, it was the perfect idea to keep you invested and actually make the combat feel action-oriented, even though it was turn-based. What I never understood is why people hated turn-based combat to begin with. What the heck was that? Yeah, she just got wrecked, didn't she? I think we need to revitalize Shanna first. and then she can heal me and Lavit, or Fart and Lavit. I always call the main character me, because I'm used to naming the main character Steve. Wow. That poison is brutal. Are you supposed to guard during this? Something tells me that's what you're supposed to do. And then he can't... I think if you're guarding, the poison can't affect you. So I think that's the secret to that. It's funny, they even ripped off the Final Fantasy VII combat music. If you listen, it's like... I mean, if you're gonna rip something off, rip off something great, right? It's like Greta Van Fleet. I don't know if anybody knows who that is, but they always get talked about how, oh, they sound just like Led Zeppelin. Like, well, how is that a knock on anybody? If you ask me, that's kind of means they're good, right? If you say they sound just like Led Zeppelin, but I don't know. When it comes to like original music, it's like if I wanted to listen to Led Zeppelin, I would. I wouldn't go look up some band that's trying to sound like them. I don't know. When it comes to video games, there are unique enough experiences that even if they are a little derivative or copycatish, you know, there's still something new that can always be garnered out of them. Because I mean, even a game like this, the combat, you know, it's very much just Final Fantasy turn-based combat with their own little switch or twist put on it. Oh crap. Did I get poisoned? I don't think I got poisoned, at least. Alright, so now we're going to just guard to get our HP built back up. And then I think this just makes sure we don't get poisoned while we're recouping health. I probably should have bought a lot more of those potions, but hindsight. I guess I wasn't even really paying attention to how much gold I had. That's probably my biggest mistake. But as long as we're guarding here, I don't think it can poison us. We should be able to build up enough of like a party to be able to take him on this second round once he comes down from there. Because if you look at his cursor, that's another really cool thing they do with colors in this game. If you look at the cursor now, as you hover over the enemy, it's yellow. It started out as blue, but now that we've worn him down enough, he's kind of like halfway. I believe that's when it turns yellow. And you'll see here, we should hit him a couple more times, and it should go red to indicate that he's at a quarter health. So the game is really cool. It even does that with the name bars at the top too. So you can you don't even actually need to be able to read English to play this game. I mean, I guess you probably do to an extent if you're going to enjoy like the changing of the items and equipment and whatnot. But the actual combat system, it's all like color based. So you would even be able to just look at the names and know what character you're selecting. I'll use an item here in a minute and show you. Like Dart, Lavitz, and Shayna all have their own unique name bar. See, Lavitz is green, Dart's red, Shayna's yellow. So just at a glance, if you were playing this and it was the Japanese version, you'd still be able to see. I just think it's little touches like that that really help this game stand out. I think Persona really took that kind of concept and ran with it. I don't think there's a single game that has as much style as there is in Persona 5. I literally think that that is just peak art style in a video game. Everything that Persona 5 set out to do. Oh no! Crap. I don't think I have the ability to bring her back, do I? Didn't I just get an item that did like an electrical attack? And see, when you use an item like this, you can do... Oh, not on this one you can't. On some items that attack like that, you can do like a little a boosting by hitting X as it does runs the animation. I can't. It's too high to hit. Ooh. All right, so we're gonna have to guard. The good news is I think it's dead. It's almost dead. I think we're gonna survive this. Just from how much health I have left, even though Sean is unconscious. We've done enough damage to this thing. I think it's just about done. There we go. There goes Fart. At the killing blow. Sephiroth would have just put a freaking sword through its head and called it a day. I love in-engine cutscenes like this back in the day. Got the green goo just oozing all over the place. What? She is the chosen one. It's like, what? You could have used that earlier, and that would have helped out. You were dead on the ground there, and we had to beat the crap out of that thing. And all this time, you could have just did that. Well, I guess if you don't even know what that was, you get a pass. War Gods, and isn't there an N64 fighting game called War Gods? Am I remembering that correctly? That sounds right. What on earth happened? You remember Alf, don't you, Bart? Well, he's back in Pog form. Remember when Milhouse bought Bart's soul and then sold his soul for Pogs? Alf Pogs, specifically. Bale. I used to work for a private detective. His name was David A. Bale. Every time you'd call him, you'd get his voicemail. And he'd be like, you have reached David A. Bale. Guy was such a goofball. He hired me, like some 18-year-old punk kid, to sit with his 13-year-old kid. No, his kid was young. His kid was probably like 10. War Gods is an N64 fighting game by Midway. Called it. Called it. I should probably take the ugly balloon down first. What do you think? That can poison me. And I think we want that out of here. We'll try to keep Shauna alive. Thanks for the assist, Mrs. Pixel, by the way. The game information. Yeah, I think I remember playing War Gods. It was one of the very first 3D fighting games. Yeah. Oh my god, Steve, look, it's a Slimer, man. It's a Slimer. Oh, it's Slimer, man. I cannot believe Steve is getting a Slimer. How did this Slimer get here? Gonga. I mean, I hope Gonga sees this so he can be like, oh my god, Steve, look, it's Slimer. It's a Slimer, Steve. I can't do a good Gonga voice. My voice seems like it's going. I think there's something going around work. It's making people's voices go out. I feel like mine's on the verge. It's not good for streaming, is it? Kind of need my voice to talk to you. Why did she have to get knocked out again? You know, it's always the girl with the bow that you gotta worry about. You know? At least he picked the right person to attack. You know, and I can't revive her because I don't even have the item. So hopefully I fight an enemy on this next one that I can just spam guarding and just get her brought back to full health just from guarding. Don't really want to spend items yet. You'll see here when we get out to the world map just how linear this whole game is. Like every level or every area just kind of seems to open up into the next one. So it almost feels like less of a world map like a Final Fantasy and more like the world map of like Mario. Remember on Mario, Super Mario World? Or Mario 3 actually was the first one where you could get out on the world map, wasn't it? But it kind of takes that approach to level design. Let's do that. Let's just guard. Hopefully she'll survive. You know what? We need to take one of them out before we try to play the guarding game. Welcome in. Hope everybody watching tonight's having a good Wednesday night. Hopefully the day wasn't too bad on anyone. My job at work should be something I can finish up easily tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow will be just as easy to get through. Should be about 100 hours away on the YouTube partnership, by the way. Hit 500 about a month ago. And now we got our watch time hours to kind of crack away at. So I really wasn't planning on streaming tonight, and then I thought I have to get every single chance at getting watch time and just get this knocked out. But it's something I've just wanted to not have hanging over my head anymore. It's not even the most important thing to me as much as it is just something I want to stop worrying about. It'll be my last goal on YouTube because I literally don't see myself getting to 1,000 subscribers or having to worry about the next step of like 4,000 watch hours or whatnot. If I get there, I get there. It'll be nice, but pretty much only worried about the first step. But I'll never be mad if we get any further than that. I hate to say it, but it just seems like the platform is losing steam. It's either losing steam or it's grown too big to be able to really support half of the people that are on here anymore. because I know I don't have like the best thumbnails or the best titles for my videos, but I have it down good enough to where I should be able to upload something that gets more than like 25 views. And it's just so hard to even do that anymore. I don't know. I don't want to say that the platform is dead, but it just seems like it can't promote everybody enough. I guess that's the thing that I'll give YouTube credit for, is how many people are uploading videos every single day, and they literally can't promote everybody. It's completely impossible. There's only so much space on a YouTube page. It just would be nice if they could tell you why they don't, oversaturate, that's a good word for it. It would just be good if they would tell you why they didn't want to promote your video. You know, if it was literally just like, you know what, meh, that thumbnail sucks, nobody's going to click on that. If they would just tell you that, you know, that would be something to go off of. Other than just like, oh yeah, you know, that title didn't make any sense and nobody's searching for that. Having something to go off of would just be better than like, yeah, we didn't show this to anybody. Because that's what my data shows, is they just don't show it to anybody. They quite literally like get like 0.02 impressions. And it's like, oh, we showed it to 3 people and none of them clicked on it, so that video is obviously crap. So that's why liking and all of that good stuff is super important. I hear when it comes to live streams that the chat rate, the amount of times that each person chats, is more important than likes. I don't know if that's true or not, or what they use to decide. But I mean, I've had a stream that had 9 likes and 200 people were watching it. And then I had a stream with 20 likes and I couldn't get more than 5 people to watch it at a time. So I don't know. I just don't know that likes really make much of a difference when it comes, but I still recommend anybody hit the like button if they enjoy the stream. Oh wait, yeah, I gotta give that guy the drink. And now he'll move from that spot where we were just at. I am trying to just rush through this area and this section of the game, because this really is like Kingdom Hearts 2, where it's just absolutely boring AF for the first 5 hours maybe. But once we get through this, that's why I'm rushing. Once we get through this, I think everyone's gonna like what comes eventually. Like the way the combat actually evolves, AF. That's a common phrase now. Most of the kids know exactly what I mean when I say AF. Where was that guy at? I just saw that guy that was like, give me a drink and I'll move. I like this island theme music though. Makes me want to go on vacation. Where should we go on vacation? Oh, he's down here. I need a good vacation idea. Know where I'm gonna fly. I'm never getting on a plane. So I need somewhere. I live in Detroit, and I need somewhere I can get from Detroit in my car. So I need vacation ideas. Anybody have good vacation ideas? He's like, all right, man, I'm out. Dude's lit. Hidden Dungeon. Yeah, I thought about the same. YouTube helped push my stuff more if people like to watch. Some of my videos got many views. So I don't guess we need to create stuff people like to watch. You know, and that's the hard part, Retro, is you think you're doing that, and you put... The thing for me that was depressing was the more time I've put into videos, like the worse they seem to do. I've put up videos where I did no editing to them. I didn't talk. I didn't do anything. You know, it was just literally gameplay that I put up. And it does so much better. It's crazy. I would never imagine that like a video that's just pure gameplay would do better than a game or gameplay footage with commentary where you're actually trying to be entertaining. What's it say? It won't open by hand. So I think we gotta screw around more in this town. We're probably gonna get told we have to come here and do something, and that's when we'll get the handle. That's my guess. But I think the hardest part, Retro, of like making content that people like is like you watch. I mean, I guess I'll say I watch what other people are actually really watching regularly, and I think, okay, I can do that, and then I go and I try to do something similar to it, and it's just like for whatever reason it doesn't work. I don't know. It's easy to make excuses, but I mean, at the end of the day. We have the ability. Why am I coming out of there and going right back in? I see where I'm coming out. There's like a little sewer thing. He's down there in the bottom. See? Like what is happening? All right, maybe that's just not where I'm supposed to be then, right? Yeah, I've been trying different types of content and see what works for me. Yeah, you know, it can't hurt. Your VTuber thing was a great idea, honestly. I wonder if you could almost do like different personalities or something with that. Do like a voice changer. You just play up like different characters. That's kind of what I've been thinking of. But just, I don't know, that takes a lot of time to write that stuff, though. You know, you got to then play a game, and then you got to almost write a script. It almost makes it just not fun. Makes it more like a job when you start thinking of it that way. I guess eventually, like, monetization makes it at least something you can recoup, you know, your something off of your time invested. Okay, so we'll need to at least have a couple of these. So I've got 800, 775. We're going to get probably 3 of these. And then I'll need some body purifiers. And then some health potions. We'll go to 10. And then we'll probably need some of these. Some of those. Probably want a mind purifier or 2. Cannot carry anymore. Oh, God, you can only have 32 items? That's annoying. It's like, there's a bunch of us. Surely we could carry more than 32 items between the lot of us. Old school game mechanics. What they had to do. They knew people would try to break the game. Alright, so let's save. That way, if we get our butt kicked... see, I said butt. If we get our butt kicked in a battle here, won't set us back. We're going to stay tonight. Get everybody up to health for 10 gold. Yep, that's a deal. I remember kids would play or would talk about playing RPGs. They all had like such ADHD when I was in school. They'd be like, I don't want to have to read anything. About a script, I just use AI to create. Oh, yeah, I gotcha. That's a good use of AI. I know a lot of people think AI is like a dirty word, but I like that. That whole idea of having it help you plan your stream out. You know, just having a format to follow. I've learned that I get talking. My problem with that, Retro, I guess I should say, is that I've learned that I get talking, and by the time I'm a half hour into the stream, I've started talking about something that I never planned on talking about. And it takes me so far off script that it's like, well, that was a good idea to have a script, but now that I can just throw it out the window. That's literally what happens to me all the time, too. Like, I'll come in thinking, all right, I'm going to do this. I'm going to talk about X, Y, and Z. And then somebody brings up my nipples or something, and away we go for an hour and a half of me talking about looking like I have the nipples from the Batman costume in Batman and Robin. I'll visit my home after I finish briefing. Oh, we gotta go to the king. What? Where's the king? I didn't know we were going to see the king. Maybe I should pay attention to the game more. Look at this old dude. Mark likes your nipple rubbing. I gave AI detailed information about what I want to talk about. In that game. Oh, nice. Yeah, and so it just it gives you like an outline then, like, you know, does it actually do it? Because when I had it do it, it would say, you know, for the first 30 seconds, read this script. And then it says, boom, you know, welcome in everybody, blah, 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 blah. And then it says, you know, for the next 5 minutes, you know, just greet everybody that comes in, da, 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 da. So, like, that's the AI outline that I was coming up with, where it literally tells you, you know, like for the first 5 minutes, you know, start the game for the first half hour of the game, do this, and then if that's not working, switch to that. But again, I just start talking, and in a way I go, somebody's actually referred to it as like an IRL streamer that just happens to be playing a video game. I think that's a pretty accurate description, actually. Because, I mean, I'll talk about anything. It doesn't even have to be on topic with the video game. I mean, obviously, it's better to talk about the video game, because if people are clicking on a game or a stream where you're playing a game, they obviously care about the game you're playing. But that's how I pretty much pick my game. I think of the game as like, okay, how are people going to find my stream? Okay, well, they're going to want to be searching for Final Fantasy or Legend of Dragoon. Yeah, IRL playing games is good too. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of just the way I view the channel, honestly. You know, it's just me hanging out, wanting to talk to people, and I just happen to be playing a game. You know, it's like nobody's going to search for Steve, Dead Pixel. But somebody might be searching for Final Fantasy or PlayStation or Legend of Dragoon. And so that just gets me and the algorithm. You know, it's just learning how YouTube works. You know, you don't always have to even put the game name in your titles is what I'm learning. You know, if you've got some kind of like clickbaity thing. Like I've even been thinking about putting titles in like I hate Ryan Reynolds or something like that, you know, like how the hell can anybody think Ryan Reynolds is funny? You know, like using that as my title one of these days just to get people to come in here and be like, "Oh my god, Deadpool rules. I love Ryan." Deadpool's awesome. Deadpool is so stupid. Deadpool is literally the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. I'm not gonna lie. If you like Deadpool, explain to me why. If you're in the chat right now, somebody please explain to me why Deadpool isn't dumb. I haven't figured it out yet. It's not even good writing. It's like elementary kids got to write a script for a superhero movie, and you ended up with Deadpool. But that's what I've been thinking about doing. Just like playing a game, like having the title be like, I hate Ryan Reynolds, Deadpool is dumb. And have like just the game I'm playing in the thumbnail, but have like a stupid picture of Deadpool like on the thumbnail just randomly in there or something. I don't know, just trying to get people interested in the stream for more than just like, oh, that guy's playing a game. I think that's the real goal, you know, is to try to create a stream that's interesting aside from the game that you're actually playing. It's a lot harder to do than it is to just say. With a lot of things, especially streaming in general, I know a lot of people that think like, oh, you just turn on a video game, dude. And people come and they watch you. That's what's funny. Yeah, try that. That's exactly the crowd you want to attract. You know what, Mrs. Dead Pixel? If we lived through that guy gate, I think we can handle anything. And not just try once, try the same thing several times to try to make sure it works, right? See, Retro thinks it's a good idea, though, Mrs. Dead Pixel. I mean, if you're gaining people, the best thing you can do on YouTube is have people come to your stream and, like, actually discover you. Think about Butterbite. Butterbite came into Benny's stream as a troll. Everything Ben would do was like, oh, that's boring. Why are you playing this? You shouldn't play this. And eventually, he's like a regular now that just like loves coming in and like chatting more than anybody else. Noise. Noise. Oh, noise. Please don't tease me. We need Mark to read this in his English voice, or his Ezra voice. He says Ezra sounds really noble, so we need Mark to come in here and read King Albert's lines in Ezra's voice. Somebody needs to remind me to tell Mark that later. Tomorrow, that is. Who says that? My childhood friend and master of martial arts. How have you been? Come on now. Only in a video game would that be a line that was written. Helena Prison's a pretty cool name for a prison, though. I'm not gonna lie. Saving Lavitz, he kind of came out and just joined me. I don't know that I would say I saved him. What? I like yesterday when that guy was on the bridge and Mark was about to leave and he was like, hey, Steve, do the snake dying impression for me. And I was like, no, wait, Mark, watch this guy on the bridge. He's going to go, ah, ah, ah. And the dude just got thrown off the bridge. That was so great. It was like perfect timing. It literally could not have been timed any better. Like he had no idea. I knew that scene was coming, but he didn't. And he was like, do that impression for me, Steve. Before I go, do that for me. Could just hear Mark. Hoax. It's a hoax. Yeah, this game gets a heck of a lot better. See, I didn't swear. I'm doing good. It gets a heck of a lot better once the dragons and the dragoon aspect kicks in. We're coming up on it. Do not worry. We will get to that very shortly. See, Fart gets a lot more interesting to fight with. I probably should take a look at everybody's loadout here in a little bit, too. I'm sure there's some items I can equip. I mean, this music's 8 out of 10, I would say, right? If it was a little bit longer of a loop, it'd be even better, but... Why's it gotta be a black monster? You were a victim of the devil. Noise. What if your name was Noise and everybody would always just walk up and like, hey, Noise. Noise, Crocky. The only thing I know is the black monster is called the devil that disobeyed the great existence. What does that even mean? That is a sentence that is just gibberish. If you can freaking decipher what that means an hour and a half into this game, props to you. And is also known for devouring the god. Man, we don't need Chad to see this. I don't know if he could handle God being devoured on my stream. That's what I'm gonna say. He's a religious dude. He like does sermons and everything. I'm gonna come in and be like, yeah, man, we devoured God on my stream last night. He's freaking righteous and kick butt. Oh, gotta go. No problem, Retro. Thanks for hanging out, man. I appreciate you. Have a great night, you and the family. Peace out, Retro. And then there was just me and Mrs. Dead Pixel. Oh, they leave us alone together for much longer. This could get to be a lot more interesting stream, if you know what I mean. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Ruled over all living creatures and used them as slaves. The enslaved suffered a terrible domination and injustice. Their anger turned to a flame of fury.
Whoa, how's it going? Yeah, know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know.
Spreading the flame to a blazing fire. The wind was emperor incarnations of dragons served the Emperor. Their bravery inspired people to take up arms. Thus began the Dragon Campaign.
We're both
It was
adults.
a harsh war. Both
Our child's an
people
adult.
and Ingles suffered countless injuries and fatalities. After a long period of
Fatality.
suffering, it was the humans who acquired the future. The age of humans had begun.
Like, where did that even come from? We were just sitting here chilling with the king, and all of a sudden that big old cutscene just breaks out. I don't even see that mural anywhere. What were we just looking at? What do you think, Mrs. Dead Pixel, what do you think Don agreed with last night? I'm guessing he came into the stream and it started him like way later in the stream and he thought he was live. So I think that's what happened is he was probably watching me like 10 minutes later in the stream or something like that, or in the past, so to speak. And I said something and he was like, oh, I agree. And so it seemed like I ignored him. That would be my guess. Well, what do you think he agreed with? I wish there was more people that saw that so we could get a poll going. What was it that Don was agreeing with? I don't even remember what you were... Well, that's the thing. I think he was even watching live. I think he was, like, delayed. You know, he was probably watching, like, 15 minutes. I need to replay the clip. I wish I could do art like this. I hate being such a peasant that has no artistic ability whatsoever. I shouldn't say that. I'm pretty much like a musical prodigy genius. If I'd actually had training, I mean, I probably would be like a professional musician. Just for what I was able to learn on my own. Like, not trying to brag that much. That much, I guess. It would be pretty impressive if I had actual musical training, though. Instead of just picking up an instrument and being like, oh, how do you use this thing? Yeah, haven't we already decided that using the dragon for anything like a weapon's a bad idea? I mean, we just saw a dragon attack Bart's hometown. Surely he can't think this is a good idea. Did I call him Bart? Dart? Fart? Hello, Bart. I'm pretty sure there's a episode where Martin calls Bart Bort. Come on, Bort. Like, what haven't they done? I haven't watched an episode of The Simpsons in probably 15 years. I used to watch every episode. Isn't it crazy when a show or something, a franchise, a TV show, a series, anything like just dies? I feel like that's where Pokemon's at right now, where it's just died. Like, Pokemon's just reiterated the same thing over and over and over so much that I don't need any more of it. Without like a drastic change to the formula, I just can't see Pokemon getting me hooked on it ever again. At least not the way I was. I could see myself getting through the story, all the badges, beating everybody, but I just can't see myself ever being as hooked on Pokemon as I used to be. I mean, the production value of this game, the writing isn't that great, but the production value with the art, the technology and the battle system and the music, man, 10 out of 10, at least for me. All right, so now we got to spend time in the town prepping for everything. Not the funnest thing to do on stream, but it's where we are in the game. No, I shouldn't do that either. I didn't realize that was taking us to the exact same area. No, I'm not wondering. Stardust, nice. I'm not wondering why you're playing music, because that's what I'd be doing if everybody else was fighting. Yeah, the idea of going to war never sounded fun to me. I knew a lot of people that wanted to go to the military when we were graduating. Never sounded like a good idea to me. I swear to God, I would have gone to the military and the drill sergeant would have spit in my face one time and been like, "Boy, what are you?" Blah, blah, blah. And I'd have punched the guy. And then he would have choked me out and embarrassed me. And I would have got kicked out of the military, and it would have just been bad for everybody. So that's kind of why I never went to the military. Like, I swear to God, if somebody spit in my face and was screaming at me for 5 seconds, I wouldn't be able to contain myself. And I admit it, like, the drill sergeant would absolutely wipe the floor with me. But the point would be that the drill sergeant mopped the floor with me. That's the bigger problem there. I don't know. I never had that military mentality to be able to just say, "Yes, sir," and go look at another soldier. You know, it's got to be the hardest thing for me to have ever, like, gotten over if I was going to join the military, would be like looking down my gun at another person that's just doing the same thing that I'm doing and not think that I'm, like, pointing a gun at myself. You know, I can't, like, not think that way. And then when you think about the military, you have all these fat cat politicians and leaders of these countries or whatever that ain't going to get out there and fight for anything. And they want you and your kids and your family to go out there and fight these wars that they would never get out and fight. It's like, you know what, man? I'm not a good soldier. I think too much to be a good soldier. That's probably how I would best describe why I couldn't have been in the military. I think way too much to just spend my life thinking about how to be a better killing machine. I just never had that gene in me. Even going hunting, like, as much of, like, a carnivore as I am, I would never want to just shoot an animal and then skin it. I'm like a big old like oxymoron, conundrum, whatever you want to put it. A contradiction. That's what I am. I'm a living, walking contradiction. Like a carnivore that doesn't want an animal to die. This music's great. Hey, look at that. I knew eventually we'd get to the point where it would all make sense. Look at that. I think I know how we're getting off this island. Yeah, I've been in there, haven't I? Okay. Let's go back down. I know this is definitely the worst part about streaming an RPG. Please, please, please bear with me, everybody. I know this isn't the most fun part to watch in a game. But it'll be worth it. This game is really great. Great game! I actually collected a lot of Stardust. Alright, I think this is the weapon shop from the looks of the sign they attempted to draw on the front. I mean, look at that. How much character can you squeeze into one single image? One background image, basically. That's one hand-drawn background image. And there's so much character in that. Man, I think I spent all my money, didn't I? Like a clown shoe. Let's see, what can we buy? Well, Bart definitely needs a better sword. Fart's not doing enough damage for me. I think I have the sparkle arrow already. Let's give Bart... I don't know if... Can I say that word on stream? Yes, arm me with it. Confirm. Let's give them both the armor. Let's give Lavitz the armor. We'll give them both the hat. I'm pretty sure I picked up the sparkle arrow already. I don't think I need that. These amulets are super important, actually. I think we probably want her to have the poison guard. No, we want our tank to have the poison guard, I think. We can't afford any more. That's all we can do from here. Look at that JRPG instincts at work right there. Something told me turn around and just start mashing X and see if anything happens. Maybe a little too big for me. There needed to be Cloud's sword in one of these. I think there actually is, if I'm not mistaken. I think in the background one of these they make fun of Cloud's big-ass sword. Like, who could even dream of using a sword that big? Again, if you're going to copy somebody, copy the best. All right, so we need to go to Lavitz's house and go see his mom. I think it was back this way, wasn't it? Winglies ruled the world today. That kind of power is unknown. I don't know. If it's in a book, how could it be unknown? I think that's the point of a book, right? It's to pass knowledge on. It's like if we're writing about it in a book, it can't be unknown. Bow wow. They're like, yeah, just collect Stardust. It's good. That's all they tell you about Stardust. I can't remember what I think what it does is it gives you the best weapon in the game. Winged species living on the continent. Legend says they once ruled the world. Dragon. Dragon. Have we talked to everybody? I'm going to eat this tonight. What, a book? Did he just say he was going to eat a book? I'm pretty sure that guy just said he was going to eat a book, so maybe we should get him some food. If I gave that guy the booze earlier, I can give him some food, right? That was definitely some borrowed Final Fantasy themed music right there. All right, where is Lavitz's mum? I thought it was a big house, wasn't it? I thought it was like a big house, kind of took up the whole screen. Seems like I'm missing something in this area, too. There's a hole in the wall. Is this a passage for mice? Something tells me you can either turn into a mouse later in the game or control a mouse that goes through it. I think it was this way, actually. Oh, yeah, I'm home. Who else would it be if it wasn't my face? Who else just barges in and says, I'm home? What do you think it is about the streams that makes people come in for like 5 seconds and then be like, peace? Still haven't really figured that out yet. I mean, my thumbnail's pretty freaking obvious that we're playing a video game. My title's pretty vague, I'll give you that. It's pretty obvious that I'm live streaming a video game when this comes up on your feed, right? Like, tough crowd, you only give somebody like 4 seconds to entertain you. Thank you, TikTok. I swear to God, TikTok's the worst thing that's ever happened. Let's just feed people with 0 attention span. That's what's funny in China. It's like the opposite. It's like long form educational crap I hear. And then over here it's just nonsensical people dancing to horrible pop music. Somebody other than Mrs. Dead Pixel is watching, though, and I appreciate you. Whoever's out there watching, it's not my wife. You're awesome. I love you. Thanks for hanging out this Wednesday night. I need those watch hours. Probably about 98 hours away from a YouTube partnership, so thank you to everybody that's ever came here, watched, liked, subscribed, made this all worthwhile. Why Shayna gotta be the one cooking? Look at that, JRPG instinct. No guide needed. Probably closer than that. I don't know. You gotta remember, it goes down. It can go down. That's the thing I got to keep in mind. Like, every day, it could go down 20 hours. Like, that's why I'm such in a hurry to get this goal accomplished, to be quite honest. Like, because it could go down. I could have a video fall off tomorrow that puts me down 100 hours. So that's literally why I'm just like, man, I'm so close. I just have to get this done and over with. I know for the past 2 months, it's pretty much been easy to get hours, but it ain't always like that. And I've been learning that it don't last long, even when you have a boom, where you find a good game like Assassin's Creed. See, somebody came, somebody left. At least that's what it looks like. I mean, that was like 10 seconds of having 4 people watching. What do you think? Show me around your house, bruh. You brought me here. There's nothing interesting. Like, come on, dude. Look at this place. It looks like Lorelei Gilmore grew up in here. Wink, wink, Mrs. Dead Pixel. You could literally swap Tifa and Cloud out, and this exact situation happens in Final Fantasy VII. Or you could swap Lavitz and Bart for Cloud and Tifa, and it's literally like Final Fantasy. It's like, why would they even program what on earth is this for? Just don't program anything right there. It's not that important. Wish Lavitz's bride was like her. Have we been introduced to Lavitz's bride yet? I don't know that we've even seen her yet. She's been brought up. We know she exists now. Yes, we all were, Fart. We were all kids before. That's funny. Like, to think that, like, your parents were a kid before. I used to always just tell my parents, like, you always screwed up. You were a bad kid. And they would always be like, yeah, I know. But that's too bad for you. Wow, this is the first time a dude's ever welcomed me into his attic before to show me his treasure in the attic. All right, who else thought that a view from the top of a roof was going to be his treasure? Probably a good thing. I mean, it's a pretty nice view, but I'm sure you could see the castle from multiple angles just fine. That's just not healthy, man. To want to look at even Fart backed up like, whoa, dude, what did you just say? Don't rip your skin off. I described a coworker as the bug from Men in Black, walking around with a human flesh suit on. Everybody got a rise out of that one. Thought it was a pretty good example of how awkward that guy is with human interaction. He walks around like, oh, you guys want me to sell you van? You know what I'm saying? That's like his freaking catchphrase. That's awesome. You know what I'm saying? Like every other phrase. You know what I'm saying? Like he rubs everybody the wrong way, and his name happens to be freaking Chad. I mean, it writes itself. I don't even like being like a jerk to the guy, but he's pretty much tried to get me fired multiple times now. He's basically claimed that we must be lying about our numbers in the shop because we've been setting records with like profit and whatnot. We got our bonus and he's all like, how can these numbers be accurate? There ain't no way. Like, just be happy, dude. We're getting our bonus. Oh, the bed's ready. Hey, bro, you've got a bride to be or whatever. I don't know if you should be looking at Shayna thinking about the bed. His mom makes his bed. He's a mama's boy. think I've got some items I can equip. I think I want to keep him with the poison guard. Avoided, the abnormal status, dispiriting, increases hit rate for attacking. I mean, that's not really the most important thing in the world. At least at this point in the game, nothing's really hard to hit. We're just going to leave it as is. See what my additions look like. Level 5. Do we want to start building up Volcano now? Level 5's probably good. We'll switch to Volcano for Dart. And Spinning Key! No, you know what? We're only on level 2. We'll keep Harpoon. I've got a lot of Stardust, and it ain't seemed to do crap for me once. It's like, wait a minute. If Stardust is this valuable, why does the only thing it do for me is get people to give me stuff for it? Maybe it's crap, and we're just fooling people into believing it's not. I think it's like the mailing of the letters in Kingdom Hearts. Like, you go to the quest giver, and as you collect it, you get rewards for like milestones. All right. I think we're good to go back down into that sewer and leave this town. I've already unlocked the door. Already got him his beer, his wine, or whatever it is he's drinking. I think now we should be able to run to that gate. Should be able to get on the boat and get out of here. But first, I want to see what's up here. Hopefully something good. Normally in a game like this, it'll be worth your time and effort to do this. Oh my god, 20 gold. That was definitely not worth the time to come up here for that. Like, 20 gold, you could probably get 20 gold in any random battle. That's troll crap right there. 20 gold. That almost makes me think I overlooked something in that room. That's cruel. It might as well have just been a health potion. It's like the only thing you can get with 20 gold. Steve, my man, Steve. Gaga. In the chat. We need Mark and Ganga in the chat. Oh my god. I do got to say, this has to be at the top of my list of games that need a remaster or reboot. Like, let's get the guys from Blue Point that aren't doing anything right now to get on a Legend of Dragoon remake. And I don't want it to be like some Souls game with Legend of Dragoon paint job or whatever. Let's get off the boat. Go see what's in this room. Figure that was the whole point of coming down here, right? I'll be covered with cabos, but I guess I'll take it out. Stardust. I mean, I really hope that that reward is good. Because you go through a lot of lengths to get Stardust that doesn't do anything. It's important enough that it's on the actual like save menu that tracks how much you have, so I guess it is going to be important. I don't remember what it actually gives. I think it is just like the ultimate weapon or whatever. I don't know why it looks funny, that little boat just cruising through there like that. Where am I going? Just right back where I started? Alright, well I guess all of that was just to collect the Stardust. There's nothing in here, right? This is just that little area. It looks like a prison cell. It feels like there's got to be something in there that you can do. I think we need to go back and talk to the king and then leave out the door that's to the right of him, behind him. But yeah, if I was going to remake this game, I wouldn't change any of the combat like Final Fantasy VII remakes did. I wouldn't revamp anything with the combat. I wouldn't say I wouldn't revamp it. I would definitely modernize what they had going in this. You know, it would never just be simple one attack. You know, it'd be pretty complicated right from the get-go. You know, I would make sure that the additions right from the get-go are like a three-hit combo. You know, nobody in this game starts off with anything less than a three-hit combo. And everybody would have, you know, like some kind of unique, maybe not magic, but like a steal or a throw, something that gives you a little bit more options for the early combat. Because it does open up when the Dragoon powers come to be. I don't want to spoil too much with those. Because if people haven't seen this, that's a pretty cool... it's a really cool gameplay mechanic that they add to the combat. That looks like the guy that's manipulating. I think he's here. He's like, you're not allowed to go in. And I'm like, yeah, watch this. It must be awkward to grow up a king and have that slide. Like, aren't you a little too old to be going down that? Fart's like, no way, man. Slide or die. It is good as a charger. What does that mean, guys? Anybody know what that means? It is good as a charger? Like, do they have cell phones in this universe? Alright, the problem with this era of RPGs, where do you go? It said to go to town, buy items, buy weapons, talk to Albert's mom. We've done all of that. I would have thought going back to the king would have put us on our path towards... Oh, story advancement. Right here. Eat Martel? Is that what that was? She's dead, Frank. Wrapped in plastic. I don't hear a baby crying at all. There was a baby in that scene? Did anybody else not see a baby in that scene? Look at the crew is just as confused as I am. I was like, I don't know what they're even talking about, bro. What was that? I feel like that was the story advancement we were looking for, right? That looks freaking adorable, that little model of Dart walking. I'm gonna 3D print that. We're fighting little green army man. Harpoon! I think I'm going to try to grind some levels out here in this area. I'm not one-hitting anything. I don't like to move on to a new area until I can kind of wipe out everything that you fight in the area you're in. I think we're going to grind out here for a little bit. This is where it really would be nice if there was a little more variation to the combat. At least when there's other things to see, it makes grinding out not too bad. Like late game level grinding is super fun. Because you can't just walk up. Even when you're leveled up, you can't just kind of go through and one hit everything. So there's... Even though you're powerful, there's still some sort of strategy that's required. Oh yeah, don't mind me. I apologize. I at least want to see everybody level up at least once before we move on here. Because even with the new weapons, I'm not really owning these things like I'd like to. I guess maybe. 19 hit points to that was pretty devastating, wasn't it? See, that's only Dart's second edition, and that one's so much better. That really should have been the baseline edition right there. Like, double slash is just too easy. I freaking love that little character model. The fact that they were able to make that look so detailed, that's pretty impressive, actually. Oh, it's a little Slimer. Where did the Slimer come from? Steve, why are you putting down Slimers? I hate this mechanic. Like, you have to discard items. That's so dumb. A limit of 30 items is just... that's not good. Even on PS1, they had more than enough memory and capability to give you more than 32 items. I mean, shoot. This game came out in 1999, and in Final Fantasy VII, you could have like 99 of any specific item. So you know it was possible. The only thing I can say is if they limit your items in a game of this era, it was specifically to make the game harder. That's the only thing that makes sense. I mean, I guess I could have sold... You know, I could always do that. I guess I have a lot of items I could sell. But that's the thing, I don't know if those items count as, if, like, weapons and armor counts as items. It has to, huh? Let's see. Nope. Armed item gives me an used item. Yeah, that's so dumb. I mean, maybe you could make the case that I have too many healing potions, but I feel like I don't have enough angel's prayers. Maybe I have too many attack items. That's probably what I need to do, is just use some of those attack items. I probably have 4 too many of those. What is that? How did that enemy get cleared? That definitely should not be an enemy that made it into this game. It's like, we gotta do better than the ugly balloon, guys. I understand it's supposed to be ugly. But that actually just looks just dumb. It would have looked better if it was an actual balloon that just said ugly. I mean, it really didn't look like a balloon or ugly. It kind of looked like a bad character model. Well, you see, this is what I'm saying. Like, characters need extra abilities, like the ability to steal or something like that. Like, there's just not enough going on with it simply being everybody just straight on attacks at this point in the game. Like, it definitely gets better. But I just have to wonder what they were thinking, making it this simple. See, he tried to counter me. I like how that keeps you on your toes, but they can give you a counter if you're not hitting the right button. That was a good change up. But again, you should be able to almost do like elemental things that actually give you the advantage. Like, use some of those items, the magic items that you can use. You should be able to like affix them to your weapon. I think that would have been a way better use of items. Man, he wants to freaking counter that every time. That's the problem with Volcano, is it can be countered. I guess, you know what, now that I think about it, double slash is necessary. Because if you're bad with the timing on the counter, you would probably want to do double slash instead of Volcano. Alright, got Dart, level 7. Nice. We want everybody to level up before we move on. So if Dart just leveled up, everybody should be close. Thanks for bearing with me. I know watching somebody grind in an early area is never fun with just hitting attack. Have her guard. I always thought it'd be awesome to be able to animate cool attacks like that. But just making a character walk is hard for me when it comes to animating. Shoot. Screaming bat. Frickin' bats. Yeah, I love Halloween. Look at Mrs. Dead Pixel. It's freaking bats. Freaking bats. That would be a good character name if we made our own RPG. That's what we need to do. We need to make an RPG with our little pixel characters for our channel, our little avatar. We need to make an RPG where those characters, and there needs to be enemies in like level 1 that are just called frickin' bats. That would be so awesome. Steve attacked frickin' bat. Co-op RPG. There you go. See? We can do this. Counter that, punk. Volcano! It's like, beat that, Final Fantasy. You guys never had voices. At least till 10, and then they were really bad. The voice acting wasn't as bad as the writing, I guess. Because that laugh scene where Tidus just goes, like, that was written to be bad. It wasn't that they were just bad actors. It was literally written like, Tidus laughs awkwardly. Oh, I said Tidus. You caught me. I prefer Titus instead of Tidus, but, you know, I gotta live with it. We all have to live with it. It has been confirmed that his name is, in fact, Tidus. Volcano! Tidus just doesn't feel right. So let's see. Everybody is about to level up here in a little bit. Not much longer. Booger Man here is getting a little bit tired of me beating up on him, though, I think. Have her guard. Yeah, see, he couldn't be poisoned. Ha! Picked the wrong guy, dude. Okay. Wow, he didn't try to counter me that time. I'm a little surprised. Closing in on it. No, I don't need that. Freaking bats. Shana. Yes. Oh, how did I miss that? Harpoon? Yeah, well.
Yes.
I think in June it'll be almost 25 years since this game came out. It'll be a perfect time for them to announce a sequel remake. They probably consider this being released on PS5 a remaster good enough. I'll just call it a day and say we did remaster it.
Yes. Go. Volcano.
A couple more levels, or a couple more battles. I think we should be good. I'll go ahead and end the stream after we level up Shauna and Lavitz. I didn't even need the combo to finish it off. Maybe like a couple more battles. Because I want to be able to save before I move on to the next area. I just want to make sure that I get everybody leveled up. So just grinding away some levels here. I'm pretty sure Shauna's about to level up after this battle.
Yes.
How did I miss that? I forgot that was the 3-hit combo. No, not yet. Like, how much experience am I getting per battle? Like 4? It's like the big battle in this era was who could have the coolest transition from map to battle screen. I got like Final Fantasy VIII's the best. How it like shattered. No. Wasted a turn. I know that would drive so many people mad. Like, I'm going to stand there and I'm going to attack you, and then you're going to attack me, and then I'm going to miss. And it's like, that's just how it is, man. It's a game based on math, dude. Sometimes you're going to miss. Then you'd have the kids that couldn't stand RPGs because you had to read. And it was just like, that's okay. You can play Mario and whatever you want. Don't have to make games for dumb people. I mean, I get it. Even sometimes I play a game and I don't want to have to read. Especially in the older games in like NES and SNES, you had to be paying attention, interacting with town folk in those early RPGs because that was the game. You know, there wasn't a way of just kind of finding your way through those games. You had to know what you were supposed to be doing. Oh my god. This is brutal how little XP they're giving you right now in this area. It just would be really, really nice if there was like an added wrinkle to the gameplay. Just being able to steal makes grinding early on worth the effort. They didn't even give you that luxury in this game. Yes! Finally, Lavich is level 7. Rod Typhoon. Alright, so Sean is about to level up too. Thank God. I can't believe they didn't put Dart in PlayStation All-Stars. He would have been like the perfect unlockable character. I wonder if they just figured nobody knows who Dart is. That's just more of a reason why there needs to be a dang reboot. Just they always pick the dumbest games to reboot. If a game already sold 20 million copies, do you need to create a reboot to sell 5 million more? Like, take a game like this that was overlooked. You know, it had its flaws. That's what should be getting remade. I feel like I just keep harping on that, but it's just so obvious. like the writing, you know, the planning, like all of that work has already pretty much been done. Like, sure, you can have your team go over what they can improve upon, but I mean, the basic concept of the game, the story, I mean, it's all there already. All you got to do is just adapt it. Modern hardware. Everybody acts like Bluepoint is so good, or was so good at remaking games. If there was ever a game they should have been working on, this is it. Oh, miss. Miss. Wow, now I can't hit. Save my butt. There we go. Shauna leveled up. What we wanted. I'm going to go ahead and save. Going to move on. Perfect. And of course, now we're going to battle just getting to the next area. That's okay. Every time we complete one of these editions, it helps it become stronger. So that's not a bad thing either. Every time we can fight. Oh, I screwed that up and didn't complete it. It's almost like a Mario sound effect. Wow. Wow. Is this really a town? I don't know, Shauna. Look around. Doesn't that look like a house over there and some buildings? Wait, I mean, come on. Yes, it is a town. It's a hologram. Or no, maybe it's just a fort. Ah, it looks like a fortress. She called it. I called it. Cannot carry any more items. That's ridiculous. Limiting items as a way of making the game more difficult. I can't agree with that. No, I don't need to take a rest right now. Let's walk it. All right. Actually, I think we're going to go ahead and just call it a stream here tonight. Denise, you're rude. But yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and stop here. I don't see like a save point. I think we had a good enough spot. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. See you in the next one. Go ahead and save, save, save. Overwrite. Yep. See you later. Thanks for watching. Whoever's here, love you. Have a good one. We went 2 hours. That was still not bad, huh? All right. Take care, everybody. Like, subscribe, do all that good stuff.